So yeah, Cooper DeJean here.
How does a Giants fan end up with Cooper DeJean?
Dumb luck in this guy.
Yeah, what are you going to do? That's what happens when you're around me. We end up with the Eagles.
Hey, you know what? He was a great kid.
He seems like it.
He was a good dude.
He's phenomenal. Phenomenal personality.
Guys, welcome. Episode 2 of the Extra Meat Podcast. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Chad.
And we are here today at the Easy Micro Studios because of our sponsor.
Easy Micro Solutions, small business IT solutions. If you have a small business and need IT service, give Easy Micro a call.
And we are excited, very excited to introduce our guest for today. If you're even remotely near Philly at all and you don't live under a rock, then you've definitely seen his social media pages. He has over 300,000 followers on TikTok, over 70,000 on Instagram, over 75,000 on Facebook, and he's constantly growing through his travels, enjoying cheesesteaks, Mexican food, pizza, and much, much more. Welcome to the Extra Meat Podcast, the Godfather of Meat, Mike Fanelli.
What's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me. How you guys doing?
Always good to have you.
Excited, so excited.
Me
This is
too.
awesome. I'm so pumped. We never get to hang out anymore. This is so exciting.
I know we're both too busy.
It's wild. It's wild. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, whether, professionally, personally, whatever, it's
All right.
whatever
So
you're comfortable talking about.
So I'll start with social media since most of you, that's where you know me from. Like Chuck said, I have a page on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Do cheesesteak reviews. I'm from outside of the city. Grew up in an area where, wasn't as many good cheesesteaks as I would have liked. So I started to work my way down that way and fell in love with the cheesesteak and fell in love with Philly. And now you guys see me all over the place. And I've branched out a little bit. And I travel. I try and, hit where the local cuisine is for wherever I'm at and, bring it to you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy what you see. And outside of the social media stuff, I'm married. I've got a couple kids. Boy and a girl. My daughter's 14. My son's 13. Been married for like 16 years.
Wow.
I think.
I hope she's not watching. We'll cut that. We'll cut it. Edit.
She's my biggest fan. She's watching. And it was 16 years for sure. But, yeah. So here we are.
That's awesome. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here.
I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I'm excited. And I didn't even have to wear a Saquon jersey this time. So it worked out so good.
I thought about wearing...
I'm surprised you didn't.
I didn't want to rub it in your face too much. I mean, Super Bowl, all that stuff, I
don't even know what I don't know. I was probably sleeping. I don't know. Anyway, no, I watched the game, and honestly, I was rooting for them because I this whole Taylor Swift takeover of football is not for me. So I guess I can't say I was rooting for them. That's kind of a cardinal sin, but I was not rooting against them.
No, that's when the Giants were playing the Patriots years ago. Same thing. So understood.
Yeah, well, that's everyone wants to root against Brady. So.
Yep.
So how did you get into food blogging? Like, what caused you to get going?
So I'll start with the whole food thing. I was getting into that already. Growing up, area with not much food, spent a lot of time in the city. My brother was about 10 years older. I would say about when I was 8 or 9, we started going down, checking out different sandwich shops. We'd always end at Termini Brothers, come back, do it again the next week. So I fell in love with food in the city of Philadelphia at a very young age. Like I said, I'm not from down there, but I know my way around really well. And then we'll fast forward right at the start of COVID. My wife got me a Blackstone for our anniversary. And my cousin's like, you heard of TikTok? No, never even heard of it. Before all this, never was one on social media, never posted, nothing. So TikTok, I didn't have a clue. Like, all right, I'm bored. We'll try it out. Within like 2 weeks, I hit a video, and I'm like, all right, I like it. I dig it. My cousin, he edited my first couple videos. And I'm like, okay, now that I know I like it, I need to learn how to do this stuff.
Was the video on your Blackstone?
It was on my Blackstone. Yeah, so it was a cheesesteak video. It was like a 20-second cheesesteak video. I'm chopping it, and the music's lined up with Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares. Like 200,000 views overnight, which really is not viral. But when you're getting like 500
Should we
views.
put it on TV?
No. You don't want to see my old videos. They're not good.
Oh, I'm the same way. The old ones are, anyway.
It's tough to look back at, but you got to start somewhere. So, I started with the cooking videos, and I grew a pretty good following pretty quick. And I think I may have went somewhere and posted something, but, that wasn't really what I was doing. And then somebody commented like, hey, have you ever been to Cosme's? which was a place that my brother took me when I was little. I'm like, grew up going to Cosme's. I'm the owner. Come on down. So I went down, shot a video. I'm like, this is so much better than destroying my kitchen every night, having to clean it perfect so nobody points out dirty dishes in the background.
Yep.
Like, this is what I want to do. So started doing that, started making my way around the city. And, I was reaching out to places because at that time I really wasn't reviewing stuff. I was just kind of showing stuff. And, it just kind of went from there. And over the time, I still do cooking videos. Very seldom, but every once in a while.
I've seen a few.
Every once in a while, I get a request. Like, I just did a video for Dietz and Watson. They had me make a cheesesteak hot dog for them, which turned out awesome. So, I still get cooking video requests every once in a while. I'll do them.
Don't mind me writing down some of these things.
Yeah, right.
You add that to the menu.
Don't mind me.
The Godfather dog.
It's a combination. Like, my brother got me into food. My cousin got me into the social media. Like, definitely with those two, it doesn't happen. And then to take it one further, how busy we are doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Without my wife, none of it's possible. Like I mentioned, I have 2 kids, very active in sports, very active with school. It's a lot. And a lot of it falls onto her. And, she sees the vision of where I'm trying to take this, and she's so supportive, and you can't do it without him. And I know, Sammy, same thing for you.
Yeah, she does help a lot. And I don't want to disclose too much of your personal information, but you have a big boy job too. So this isn't this isn't what you do. Like, this is your fun on top of your job.
That's what people don't realize is I wake up 4:30, get up, go to work. I'm very fortunate. I've been there since basically I was out of high school. I did leave for a little bit. I moved to Texas with my dad, moved back, got hired back. Best thing I could have ever done. Best thing I ever could have done. So when I left, I was working second shift in the union, came back. I got hired back on third shift, which is a shift that I would have never chose to work. Did it because I was getting my foot back in the door. Turns out my wife worked third shift. Didn't know her at the time, but she would deliver parts from her department to mine. Kind of just rest was history. So things happen for reasons. People told me, "Oh, you're crazy. You're leaving the union. You're going to lose your seniority," all that stuff. Best decision I ever made. Met my wife. The rest is history.
That's great. I love a good story like that. And I know this is true for me, but I'm curious for you. I think I already know the answer, but I have to ask. When you do cooking videos, as far as they perform, are they way, way off your review videos?
My best video was a cooking video.
That's wild.
7 million views, Atomic Buffalo Turds. Which the crazy part on that video is I made that video a year prior, posted it, got 1 million views. 1 million views the first time I posted it. I remade the same video a year later. I did a different voiceover, all that stuff. Dropped it, 7 million views.
That's wild.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes those little edits do it.
So when you look on my phone, there's 15,000 videos on there for a reason. So, I can go back and recreate.
1 million views, even 1 million views, pretty good.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely,
Pretty good, yeah.
That got me into a cookbook. So that I was asked by the guy from The Office, the big guy with the bald head.
What's his name?
Bob. I should know it. I'm in the cookbook.
At some point, it's going to come.
His name was Kevin on the show, I believe. Right. But he put out a barbecue cookbook.
He's hilarious too.
And that recipe, they requested that recipe be in the cookbook.
That's awesome.
I'm a published cookbook.
That's so
I
cool.
have a recipe published in a cookbook.
Got a lot to you. Got a lot to you in this little baggage, right? History
But this guy's the one that can actually cook.
Whatever.
I can cook. My food is half decent. I know how to make it look good for camera.
I was going to say, your videos always look great when you cook.
Yeah, it's not bad, but my wife's the one in the kitchen that can really throw down, not me. But
yeah, my cooking videos, I enjoy doing them, but they do take a lot of work and cleaning and whatever. And then afterwards, it's I'll review something that by most people's standards is why is he even reviewing that? And it'll get 5 times the views as something I really worked hard on to create in the kitchen. So I'm forget this, man.
It's hard.
I get so
frustrated. It is very hard. And then there's videos that you're making them and you're like, I don't even want to post this. This is going to be terrible. And
ends up doing really well.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it's tough to tell. You never know. And that's why you see people say, post everything.
Yep, just throw it at
You
the
should
wall.
post everything. And I don't do that. I don't post everything. I think we've talked about
I don't
it.
anymore either.
I've gone to places. I traveled. Like I have videos from Buffalo. Last May in Buffalo, I probably have 10 videos on my phone that I still have to edit and put out. I haven't put them out.
It's wild.
I got videos from Pittsburgh still, Miami.
Well, that's another thing too. Like we've talked about privately, but like, and I know we both experience it, but like, I feel like when we go away, a lot of the times we could be eating something, displaying it really well. It could be like a very popular dish.
Yep.
And like, it still just doesn't do as well. Like, it's like, I think you build kind of your base and then like, sometimes a video from far away can hit, but like, like I'll go to New Orleans and I'll post 10 videos, let's say. One will do fairly well. The rest will just be awful.
Bomb. Yep.
And it's like the food is like great. Like it's like the food in New Orleans is incredible, So it's like I get so damn.
I have videos from New Orleans I still have to post. And it's probably a lot that reason. You put in a lot of time and effort, and it's like,
the reward.
Yeah. But not that you need there to be a reward, but it's just, it's disheartening.
For me, it's not the reward for me. It's the reward for wherever I ate. Like if I go, one of my, it performed pretty well, so I shouldn't say it was poorly, but like Parkway, you went to Parkway also, I know that.
Yep.
I thought that should have done so much better than it did.
Yeah.
So like it was more for me, like not a reward for me, but it was like I feel bad that like they didn't get what I was hoping to get for them.
Sure.
Kind of thing.
Yep. Fortunately, a place like Parkway, not going to hurt them either way.
They got lines out the door. Yeah. When we went the day, and I found out afterwards, and if anyone is listening and stumbles into New Orleans at any point, if you order to go there, you can walk right up to the window, get the food immediately, and sit at one of the tables while 100 people wait for an hour in line.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I was the idiot in line.
Yeah.
So that was cool, I guess.
I didn't realize that either. But I always try and get to places like either when they're first opening up or off peak hours. I like to get shots inside and stuff like that. And I know people don't want to, have somebody taking video of them. So I try and get there early, do that. But I was lucky when I was there. I met Jamie, who's one of the owners, I guess. Or I think he's the nephew of the original owner or something like that. So I got a tour inside.
Nice.
It was cool. It was very cool. And that's, at the end of the day, that's really, I love the backstory.
Yeah, me too.
Like my favorite videos aren't videos that, you would think would be my favorite. Like to me, one of my favorite videos is just being back where they bake the bread at Sarcone's, where the mother and the son at, I'm drawing a blank, Tacanelli's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just the two of them back there. Like being in the kitchen or, back where they're making the food, not everybody gets to do that. Like that to me is awesome. Like Angelo's, same thing. Like I've eaten upstairs. I've been in the back.
Yeah, I never did all that there. I grabbed my steak and I was double parked on the corner. It's like
it's just those are being that you love food so much. Like that's the important stuff for me.
Yeah. That actually rolls right into my next question. That's perfect. And I know obviously like you introduced me to like Mark Van Horn and like we've met a bunch of similar bloggers and stuff like that. But like if you could just share for everyone else, some of like the cool people or experiences you've had, like that would not have happened for you had it not been for this journey.
So obviously we're here right now. So us would be one of them. Mark Van Horn's another great example.
He's a nice guy.
Van Horn's awesome spot. Hopefully they open back up soon. They had a fire
in the kitchen.
Yeah. So they've been down, but it sounds like things are starting to move either with another location or back to that spot.
I saw he did recently post that he had like a beat on something else.
But he is like the nicest guy. And, that's a lifelong friend right there. Like you, same thing. There's a couple people that I've met along the way. Rob Katz, Mike from Ricci's. Those are guys like, I'm going to know them for the rest of my life. And, that's cool. Like, and
it's hard to find people like that these days too. So when you do, that's great.
And you want to surround yourself with those people. And that's, I mentioned I got a lot of cool stuff coming up and some of it's with some of the people I mentioned, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's
we're looking forward to it too to see.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
We actually spoke to Mark too. I think he's going to come on at some point. So I'm excited.
If you're looking for a second guest, I'd love to come on with Mark.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah,
that'd be great. He's a good dude.
But
he's a good dude.
Yeah,
and then I think we can make that happen.
I'm sure.
I
don't. Oh, we only have 3 chairs.
But just I've met a lot of great people along the way, and that's been the awesome part of it. I've had a lot of cool stuff happen. I took James Bradbury to Angelo's on
that was a cool
a
video.
day that Angelo's was closed, and they opened up for, not for me, they opened up for James Bradbury, but, I was the one that brought him there, but that was huge for me. Like, that blew my account up. Not necessarily in followers or anything like that. Posted that video, took my family to dinner. We went to a Mexican dinner. We were sitting there enjoying. I'm getting text messages from my friends or Twitter links that video was reposted, and it's blowing up on Twitter. Next morning, I'm at work. I'm getting text messages. They're talking about that video on Fox. They're saying they want you on the show. I'm like, okay. So it opened up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say you did some stuff with Fox down there too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So I ended up on Kelly Drives because of that video. I was on the morning show, which was a total flop. I hope I get redemption at some point. Live TV is terrible. I am not meant for live TV. I was so nervous.
yeah, I was going to say your anxiety must have been through the roof.
I was a mess. And I left that place, and I was damn near in tears. I felt so bad about how it went. But, I'm just a normal guy. Like you mentioned earlier, I work at 9 to 5. I'm, not necessarily a 9 to 5, but, I'm just a normal guy. So, it's getting used to that stuff. But hopefully there's more of it. But I've never had expectations. So if there's not, it is what it is. Hopefully there is, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think I can't imagine you struggling to have more of it moving forward. I mean, you're like a nice, genuine guy. You have a good following. Like like the people enjoy watching you and seeing what you do, and give the reviews that you give. So I
appreciate it.
I can't imagine that you're going to struggle to find more awesome stuff.
I appreciate it. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, at the end of the day, we do this to help businesses, and that I don't think will ever go away. As long as we keep putting videos out and people are watching them, it's going to help. So
definitely look forward, for me at least personally. I mean, definitely always look forward to seeing new videos pop up and
I appreciate
new
that.
places, especially from a guy who runs a food business.
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually loves to eat, and always looking to see opinions of others.
Yep.
Before I head out anywhere. So it's awesome to see those come up.
Very good. Yeah,
we talk about that a lot too. Like we'll try to figure out a place to go. Like after we're hanging out here filming or whatever, and it's like,
do you want to just cook something?
Yeah. Well, that's we
We've
end up
done
doing that a lot too.
We've done that a couple
I
times.
believe it. I believe after trying that cheesesteak and the chopped cheese, I can see why.
We've done that a couple of times. How did cheesesteaks? I know you touched on it a little bit here earlier, but how did cheesesteaks become a big part of your reviews? And
so, honestly, like I grew up liking cheesesteaks, obviously. I mean, you don't get this body not liking cheesesteaks. So I liked them. I was already kind of traveling, checking out places. And then Philly Magazine put out like the #1 cheesesteak was Delco Steaks. I'm like, all right, I got to go see. I don't believe this is the #1 cheesesteak, which is a very good cheesesteak, but it's not the #1 cheesesteak. So I had to go find out for myself. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of enjoyed this. That wasn't necessarily in Philly, but Philly obviously is a cheesesteak town.
cheesesteak heaven, I guess they should call that.
Yeah,
compared
absolutely.
to the world, that's where you go for cheesesteaks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays, I mean, there's
a lot
plenty of
good
good
ones
ones
in
in
Philly.
Philly. You're right.
All over the place. Like Verona is in the suburbs.
Absolutely.
There's a lot now, and there's
SMP. I mean,
there's
when I was a kid, you couldn't drive north and even think about getting a cheesesteak. I mean, even where I lived, you couldn't get a cheesesteak. Right. That's a Philly quality cheesesteak. I mean, a top of the line, good shop in Philly. You're right there with it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't have to get on 309 South and go to Philly. I can go 309 North and get myself a good cheesesteak too, awesome. Which is nice.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, I mean that was a big part. Like I said, I think for me personally, when I started following all of this, it was the cheesesteak part of what you used to do and the way you. I loved the part how you
show the
that
cross
section
because I think a lot of people they review these. A lot of people who look at these reviews and all that, they take a picture of the top and they're saying, "Oh, it doesn't have enough meat, or it doesn't have enough in the corners, or it doesn't have enough."
You got to give them the money shot.
So when you do it, and knowing from what we do here is how you fill up a cheesesteak. Especially when you have a little rush, you're filling up the steak. I mean, there's a certain portion that goes in there. Every single steak, it's the same amount, it's the same portion size.
Yep.
So sometimes when you cut that, do that cross section, you absolutely see the volume of meat. Compared to the bread, and I think that's what you guys do here, the meat compared to the bread and all of that and how it looks with the onions. I think it does a great job in portraying what you're
you're
reviewing.
actually- Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So that's awesome.
I think that also shows, because a lot of the times from the top, you can't really tell. Like, I've seen steaks where I see the top and I think to myself, that's not enough cheese.
Yeah.
But then when you split it open,
Yeah,
you
it's
can usually tell. I mean,
gushing.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. So that is a big part of it, of your videos at least. Like when you crack that open, it's like, oh yeah.
You see everything. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that was why I had that question for you. But that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. So we have the Godfather of Meats on the episode. I can't not ask this question here. Did you try the new Didn't Suck cheesesteak at SMP?
I have not, but I've been eyeing it up for a couple minutes now, and if you keep me waiting, I may bite into that mid-interview.
Would you look at that? There's one on the table.
I don't know where it came from, but that's
so
what
weird.
that's for. There you go.
I will be
TV
trying
magic.
that. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, if you want to go ahead and give it a try right now,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Look at that cross section.
That's like your phrase that pays. Look at that cross section.
I can tell by
Silence.
your face. I don't know. I'm going to
The
try to figure
silence.
it out.
We're staring intently, like, oh God, does he like it?
I'm going to keep quiet over here.
Excellent. Don't go off my face. I was worried that I had cheese all over the place, so
I stocked you up with napkins
I
over there.
appreciate that.
Stocked you up with some napkins.
Cheesesteak's excellent. The meat is extremely tender, very well seasoned. Corporalese double-seeded roll, maybe.
Can't confirm or deny, I guess. I mean,
That's my guess.
It's
It's a
definitely-
really good roll.
it is a definite. It's definitely a Corporalese, and there's definitely a lot of seeds on there.
Definitely on both sides also. So I mean,
It's very good roll. That's one of my favorites for sure.
I love that roll.
I had the cheesesteak here maybe a year ago, and it was excellent. This has definitely been upgraded. This is Philly's quality up here in Lehigh Valley for sure.
That's
this is a
awesome.
great
That's
cheesesteak.
so, I think
big praise.
I think that's what we. I think that's
This
what
will be coming with me, just to let you guys know. And I don't, one thing I will say, like you see me eating a lot of cheesesteaks, I take a couple bites and I move on. A good one like this, I'm not kidding. It's coming with me.
home.
I think that's what SMP was trying to go for. That whole Philly,
You got
Philly
it.
vibe, Philly style type cheesesteak.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I think that's where we're going with that. So.
Very good. I had no doubts. Chuck, I think you and I have probably eaten the most cheesesteaks on the internet, without a doubt. And
that's why I had to ask.
yeah, no. So I knew your way around. So
And we're usually pretty aligned too. Like if
Definitely.
you like a cheesesteak, I typically also like that cheesesteak, and vice versa. So it's-
yeah, very good. Very, very
Awesome.
good. If you guys haven't tried it yet, absolutely. And I got to say, I'm still going to come up here and review it. I'm just going to sneak in under the cover of darkness, maybe send my wife in. You don't get a free pass on this one. It's good now, but we'll see when I come in.
We'll
Yep.
see.
Sorry,
That's
Chuck.
awesome.
Can't buy him off.
Womp, womp.
Love you, but no, you cannot.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we did have some viewer questions. I purposely ran this together because I feel like it's just smart to do. The first viewer question we had that we wanted to go over today, which made too much sense with you being here. The question was cheesesteak or chopped cheese, which is the better sandwich? That was from Jay Dietzel, or Deitzel perhaps. I don't know.
So I have to be honest, I've never truly had a chopped cheese where I walked into a place, a bodega, whatever, and ordered one. I've made them at home, not the same thing. This does look good. Am I going to get to try this as well? Or
Oh, you know it.
all right, so
This is
That's why they're side by side.
bodega-ish.
That's why side by
I'm
side.
definitely going to give this a bite. And if
Awesome.
my face doesn't look good, it's because I think I got stuff all
Everywhere.
over.
Got some napkins for you over there too.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, this so while he's chewing, I've had quite a few in the city, and I feel like maybe not structurally, but as far as flavor goes, this is pretty similar. to
That's
what I
very
had.
good. Definitely very good. Cheesesteak or chopped cheese, though, we're talking ribeye and we're talking ground beef. Excellent. I would order it for sure. But cheesesteak
Yeah,
all
and
day long.
that's where I lean to. I as soon as I saw the question, that was kind of my first thought. Was
Yep.
like, well, I mean, if you're using the best possible ingredients for both, I feel like how could you possibly?
Yeah,
choose
you
to check-
can't compare.
Unless, and we talked a little bit about this last episode. Maybe if you're from like the Bronx or something, and it's a nostalgia thing, you've been eating it all your life. Like in the city, there's not too many places. I can think of a couple, but not too many you can get a quality cheesesteak.
Yep.
So like maybe in those situations, maybe you're like, oh, it's definitely chopped cheese. But I think if you've had the ability to have both throughout your entire life, or at least, had a good sampling of both, I think it's cheesesteak pretty easy.
I agree.
I think you guys are right, absolutely. But I think it gives you an option.
Yeah.
I think being around it all day long and all of that, I mean, at some point you say, let me try something a little different.
Yep.
It gives you another, I think, a pretty good sandwich.
Absolutely. I mean, with as many cheesesteaks as we've eaten, I welcome a chopped cheese as well.
Right,
but
right.
at the end of the day, I prefer a cheesesteak for sure.
I think I second that, actually.
Yeah, I'm there. That's definitely where I'm at. So cool. So the next thing, it's kind of related again, almost, not exactly. It's our last viewer question for today. It comes from Andrew Gerstenfeld, I think. And it's, what are your favorite or best toppings for a burger?
For burger, blue cheese crumbles, caramelized onions, maybe a little bacon, not 100% necessary if I'm making it at home. Best burger I ever had, though, came from New Mexico, a Christmas burger, the red and the green hatch chilies.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Can't necessarily get them very easy, but if I'm making a burger at home,
For the viewers, though, it came from where?
New Mexico. Clayton, New Mexico. Small town.
So the burger is from there, or you actually had it in New Mexico?
I had the burger out there.
In New Mexico.
Yep. Yeah, very good. Not something you see around here, though, unfortunately.
The chilies, you can't get them here.
To me, it's surprising, though, that he's saying a burger from New Mexico.
It was...
I don't know. I mean,
I get it, but for me, it's surprising to hear that.
It was good. It was very good.
Tie the two together, I think.
If I'm going another burger that I've had elsewhere, All Cheval, I think it's called, in Chicago.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They have like a sister company in like Manhattan too. They do the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. So that's one place that I hate to say I haven't been yet, but I've like everyone who posts the videos from there, I'm just like, gosh, that looks good.
You have to get the root beer.
So bad.
Even if you don't like root beer, I'm not a root beer guy. Awesome.
Is
really
it like
good.
it's theirs, like they make it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's sick. See, I was interested. The blue cheese. I love that answer for me because I do like blue cheese, but like so many people don't.
Oh,
so it's like
I know.
It's so interesting to like hear that. It's like,
the rest of my house does not like blue cheese. Just me.
Well, that's how I'm like at our house with wings. It's like one blue cheese, like 73 ranch. So I totally get that.
Yep.
We're entirely ranch.
Really? Yeah. So no blue cheese in your
We gotta
house.
cut the podcast right
We're
now.
done here. We're out of here.
Oh man.
Yeah, with hot. I mean, I could see there's certain flavors of wings where I'm like I just did a video a couple weeks ago. The wings were cherry, something spicy, cherry hot honey, cherry hot honey, and I'm like, I'm not putting that in blue cheese. Like that felt weird.
Yeah.
So for that, I got ranch. Honestly, I didn't even use the ranch though. It was pretty good without them. But
I'm really weird when it comes to the wings. I do not dip my wing in blue cheese at all. I'm strictly celery to the blue cheese. That's my favorite part about eating wings is actually tearing into the celery and the blue cheese. I know that sounds ridiculous, but
I do it too.
I mean, looking at my body, it's believable.
No, you definitely go just celery. You don't even eat the wings.
Yeah, no.
What's your burger? What's your toppings?
Burger for me, it's barbecue and bacon, and possibly an onion ring on top.
Oh yeah, so like a rodeo.
Very like a rodeo type burger. I know we talked about eggs on top of a burger, and I know a lot of people that's how they get their burger.
I do like an egg on a burger.
That's where I was
well.
headed. He's taking my answer.
I'm gonna confess. I'm gonna confess though. I've never had it.
It's
never had
awesome.
it, and
My wife makes a really good burger with an egg on top, and not an onion ring, but she'll do a big onion ring, but not breaded.
Right.
So good. So good.
Yeah, I'm big on
Megan, if you're listening, please make this for dinner this weekend.
or tonight.
Yeah,
Maybe tonight.
He's got enough
I see
food for
dinner in
tonight.
front of me right now. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm big on. I like a good breakfast burger. I always have.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't like any. It's funny when I eat a regular burger, I like a lettuce, tomato, stuff like that. On those, I don't like it at all. Like I feel like it's just weird. It's like hot, and then a bunch of cold, and it doesn't make sense to me.
So burger with
Egg and whatever other. So some places I'll bacon, some places ham. I've had ones with like whatever you want to call the Jersey meat, pork roll, Taylor ham, whatever it is.
Pork roll.
Right? Yeah, I'm not fighting about it.
I see Taylor ham nowhere on the
I
packaging.
I refuse to fight about it.
it starts.
We're going to talk Eagles Giants after this, so you might want to just get right into the fight. We'll rip the Band-Aid off.
gonna climb under the table. So
I know we're a little off topic, but as much as I hate to say it, I think the Giants had a good draft. Future looks bright.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I like Jackson Dart.
I actually but I wanted them to do exactly what they did. I really wanted it to go exactly the way it went, at least first round.
Yeah.
Past that, I'm not sure what they did in second. I don't even remember. But I also wanted Scadaboo. So when they got him, I was pumped.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is totally off topic.
Sorry. Hate to break the news.
Yeah.
I mean, before we move on, you still got nothing.
Yeah, well,
Still
there's
got
something.
You.
There's
Still got
something.
you.
I mean,
Eagles still got you.
Hey, listen, look, I'm going to say this once, and then I'm going to leave it alone. But for like 30 years, your Super Bowl was beating us, and we were winning Super Bowls. So cut it out. Anyway.
Back to subject. Back to subject.
Yeah, let's talk about meat.
I was actually on a podcast a while back, and the question was like, if you could only have one thing forever, kind of what would it be? And my answer was burgers, because of just the fact that you could do so much to them.
Sure.
Like, that's why, so I say egg. I like the breakfast burger. I think that's my answer for this specifically. I'll lock it in. That's fine.
Yep.
But there are so many burgers that I'm just like, oh, I kind of love that too. And I love this too. And I went, so it's hard.
And I kind of feel that way with cheesesteaks. I know you see me review fried onions, Cooper sharp. You got to keep it standard. And I know people like to say, well, you can't put that on a cheesesteak.
Who says?
And I will always say it's like a cheeseburger. Sure, it's great the way it is. But when you throw other stuff like pepperoni, hot peppers on a cheese, awesome. Very good.
Sure.
Eat it how you want it.
I had the one at Meatheads that had the pork roll in it. Or or the trailer ham or whatever you call it. And it was great. I mean, it was way over the top. I mean, it wasn't necessary, but it was delicious.
Yep.
It was really good.
Yeah, not something you want to eat every day, but
have you had? I don't recall if I saw a video. What's the name of the place? Woodrow's. Have you had the Woodrow's steak?
I have not been there yet. That is one that I need to get to.
So it's interesting, but I loved it. Like I didn't expect to love it. I loved it.
They do a lot of truffle there, right?
So it's the whiz they make themselves. It's a truffle whiz, and then they have a cherry pepper mayo that they put on it.
So I would totally into the cherry pepper mayo.
The truffle,
not at all into the.
So what's funny is I'm not big on truffle either. I'm especially when it's the oil. You could taste like it's almost generic tasting.
Yep.
I liked it. I liked it. I was surprised to have liked it as much as I did.
Yep.
But I did. I liked it a lot. He actually does a cherry pepper mayo here now too.
Cherry pepper mayo, excellent. Again, truffles, I have a tough time getting past the smell.
I get it. I do.
I'm not going to name the brand, but one of the first like paid gigs I got from doing cooking videos and going on cheesesteak tours was for a truffle branded hot sauce. When I opened that up and smelled it, there was no chance that I was actually going to eat that on the cheesesteak.
Did you smell it on camera?
I showed it. So I literally, I'll show the under.
Yeah.
Right into the trash. Right into the trash can. I'm like, there is no chance I'm eating this. Nobody at my house is going to eat this.
That's great.
But, yeah, so I am not a truffle guy. I will make my way to Woodrow's. I should have been there a long time ago, but truffle definitely keeps me away.
It's hard down there too. It's hard to find parking half the time. It's like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It's like a whole thing down there.
I'm so used to the parking battle.
Did I tell you about when I went to Del Rossi?
Oh, that's a terrible spot for parking.
I went around the block a good 4 times, and then I'm like, all right, I'm just going to choose one of these places and hope I don't get towed.
Yep.
I went into, I think it's CVS next to them.
Yep.
There were cars double parked in a parking lot.
You're
It
kidding.
was like if somebody wanted to leave, they couldn't leave because someone was parked behind them in a spot that wasn't a spot.
Welcome to Philly.
So right. So I'm like, all right, well, there's no way that's going to work. And I went next door. There's like a Chinese place and like lingerie. I don't know what's going on in there. But there was one spot available. So I pulled in, and there's a sign right in front of where I parked that says, we're going to tow you. And I'm like, I want to eat. So,
Yeah.
so I just went in.
Did you get towed?
I did not.
No,
I did not.
I've been fortunate. Every time I've been there, I've been able to get right across the street, like parallel to it, right there.
I think Tyler parked close too.
Yeah, I've had pretty good luck with that.
Unbelievable. Just goes against my luck. So is there anything, before we get going, I think we've covered a lot today. Is there anything that you want to plug or talk about, or you have any big reviews coming up, anything like that?
No, not necessarily any big reviews. Definitely some stuff in the works. Stay tuned. Well,
Awesome.
I'm not ready to get too far into it. We'll talk a little bit off camera.
Hey.
But, yeah, definitely some interesting stuff coming up for me. So, If you're not
Nice.
following, make sure you follow.
No, you should absolutely be following.
Definitely
If you're not following by now, you're crazy.
Definitely follow Godfather of Meat.
Godfather of Meat from the Extra Meat.
Yeah. Great reviews, actually. I know a lot of people that love food in certain areas, and I think some of the pages that you guys carry, especially you, is very, very good for people who are unaware of certain areas and where they're traveling, maybe. So
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I've heard it about my pages too, but about like people will tell me like they're like, oh yeah, that guy Godfather went there, so I had to go, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. You know, like it's
Definitely very fortunate. My followers are very good for me. They go check out the places I go to. I'm very lucky.
Well, to hear from the outside, I know you guys do this for whatever you do it for, but to hear from the outside, a lot of what both of you publish is very beneficial to what you have out there. I mean, there's not much that people can relay to read on or whatever it is, other than outside of these pages to know what they're eating,
what they're getting into,
what they're getting into, and these reviews. I think both of you, including especially Godfather of Meat and Chuck here, but you guys do a great review and actually reviewing the product for what it is.
Yep.
And that's exactly what people want. It's They want to know what they're getting, not just a review.
What people really want is they want to see us bash the hell out of places. And I hate that.
I know.
I honestly, I'm at the point with it now that I am going to start choosing not to do the reviews. It's, people don't realize that we got to live with that too. It's tough to do that to places, and places do have off days. I know,
especially
I go to work. There's days my boss might tell you that I didn't have the best day at work.
You're shipping 70% that day.
Yeah, so
especially if it's their livelihood.
Absolutely, and it's different too when you're out in the suburbs compared to the city. The suburb spots do not get the foot traffic. Right. It's tough. It's just not something I really want to be doing. I mean, I've done them. You have to remain honest, and I think there's a tasteful way of doing it without really bashing. And
I agree.
It's just, if you want to see me bash a place, I'm not going to go bash it. I'll be honest with you and tell you, this wasn't my favorite, but this was, or whatever it may be. But you're not going to see me tell you, this was horrible. Don't ever go there.
And I wonder if you have the same problem as me. I have a problem towing the line sometimes because I don't want to, crap on a place. But at the same time, I feel like I'm obligated to the people who are spending their money that they're working so hard for to like make sure that they know, not that my opinion is going to be their opinion. It could be totally different, but like I want to make sure that I'm honest with it so that, they're not like, I just, spent 6 hours of my work life to buy the food that you said was great and it was awful, you know, so, or vice versa.
But I'm thinking, it's easier for me now. What I would like to start doing is just not go or, and I have started doing that or not post it and, just call it a day there.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of I don't want to say good and evil, but there's a lot of people that are doing stuff like this for the wrong reasons.
Sure.
So I love and respect that you do it for the right reasons.
I appreciate that. Same with you. And I get a lot of people that ask me, there's places that I know that I'm not going. I just know that I'm not going to go. And I get people that ask me over and over and over in the comments, and it's, you see me not going there.
Yeah,
just,
right. Yeah.
There's more to it than me just ignoring I'm not ignoring your comment. I promise you.
If I haven't answered you here 12 times you asked, I'm probably not going.
Yeah, it's tough.
And for the viewers, you've heard it from the both of them now.
Yep.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, I think that was great. The next episode, we did talk with someone about coming in. So we have someone who owns a pizzeria in South Jersey. She's originally from Philly, then from Doylestown, then from South Jersey, then from Philly. I don't know. She's all over the place. But great food, great person. She owns Gina's Pizza in Magnolia, New Jersey. So she will be our next guest in. I'm excited about that. She's cool. You're going to love her. Thank you so much, Mike, for coming in today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
This was awesome. I had
Like,
so much fun.
Appreciate it. Always a good time hanging out with you guys.
And thanks you guys so much for watching. That was episode 2 of the Extra Meat Podcast.